Take my strong arm.
Take my strong hand.
Give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me.
Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy.
This is Whisky in the Six. I'm Rob.
Welcome to the Whisky Rant Podcast.
It's a little crusty,
It's frustrating.
and it's going to be a little bit of a rant.
I don't understand it. I don't know why.
Some sort of injustice.
Anyway, end rant.
Hello and welcome back to the Whisky Rant Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Rob.
And tonight we are doing our annual Whisky Fantasy Draft. It's that time of year again. Football season started. We're getting into October, which is the best month for sports in North America, in my opinion.
October is just the best month. We have this conversation like every year, but
Do
I
we?
think I said that last year.
Yeah, I mean, October's around the corner. Obviously, the NFL season's in full swing. You're getting playoff baseball. You're getting the start of the NHL and the NBA season. So
Tell the fans what they need to know. Are we getting a Halloween special this year?
We are not getting a Halloween special this year.
We're not getting a Halloween special this year. All
You
right.
would have known by now. I mean, geez, Halloween's not even that far away.
It's around the corner.
Yeah, the Halloween special, I mean, obviously, I love doing them, but there's so much work. And last year, I just didn't have the, I don't know, what do you call it, artistic drive?
In Italian, we call it voglia.
Voglia.
The voglia.
Didn't have the voglia.
Yeah, not bad. That's actually pretty good.
I mean, I think we're coming off obviously the Side Up, the 7 spoof, which I thought was a masterpiece in itself.
You won't miss a thing.
No thanks to you and your boy Steve.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think we'll eventually do more, but it's not going to be this year. It's just, things happen and it's a process.
Maybe I'll help you out one day. Write a script.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
You could direct it.
I mean, I know that people want to see it.
Tell these guys what we have in front of us over here.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about so before we get into the draft, we'll explain how it's going to work. Actually, I'll explain how it works now. Let's just explain how it works.
All right,
So
explain
obviously,
how it works.
the Whisky Fantasy Draft, we do it a little bit differently each year. This year, we're doing a salary cap, but we're doing it in like price tiers. So essentially, we're picking a whiskey that's under $100. Then we're going to pick one under $200, $300, $400, so forth, all the way to under $1,000. 10 bottles each, and the viewers will vote which team they like the most. Now, you've won this thing 2 years in a row, the fantasy draft.
Did I win last?
Yeah, people are voting for your team over mine. So I got to really pick it up this year. Hopefully the list.
Man, I should have made money on that.
How do you making money on that?
I don't know. Like, how do we bet or something? I don't know.
These are not bottles that we currently own. They're just like any bottle that we can currently purchase at those price points in Canadian dollars. I put mine in Canadian dollars.
Loser buys the other person's $1,000 bottle.
Yeah, right. In front of us on the table tonight, the sponsor of tonight's episode, Lytton Glasses. These are whiskey glasses. The cool feature about this specific one is it's kind of in the shape of the Grand Canyon. It's really cool. It has right on the front, like the Grand Canyon, the dimensions, the depth, 693 feet at the deepest point, I'm assuming. That's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
So a really cool glass. If you're into whiskey glasses, you're looking for a nice purchase for a whiskey drinker. These things are cool, especially if you like your whiskey chilled. You can just throw this entire glass into the freezer, bring it out, and it chills your whiskey right away. I like to use like glasses like this when I'm just sitting back and relaxing with the whiskey. Something like watching the game. Watching football on Sunday, maybe I want like a pour or something that it's not necessarily like I need to be having a nosing glass for. You know what I'm saying? Like an everyday pour or something I know already. Yeah. I'll pour it into a glass like this.
Yeah, a tumbler, like any type of tumbler. I think maybe the rocky kind of glass edges make it, oxidize a little faster.
It's really cool too because it kind of like this Grand Canyon thing. Obviously, like the walls of the canyon are on each side of the glass, and your whiskey's kind of like the little water in the little moat.
Like a river.
I like it. I've been to the Grand Canyon before.
I have not.
Really cool.
I flew over it, but never.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to do like a really cool like helicopter trip through the Grand Canyon.
that's pretty cool.
The pilot of the helicopter was a really cool guy, and he was just playing like James Bond theme music through everyone's headset as he was like dipping and diving through the Grand Canyon. It was pretty epic.
That is pretty cool.
Tell the viewers what we just uncorked here for the very first time.
Yeah, so this is the new presentation for Glendronach's 15-year-old revival. Is this still called the revival? It's not called the revival anymore. It's officially not revived. It's officially revived. So it's not called the revival anymore. They changed the bottle.
Yeah, new look here.
Kind of has like a not quite TAMDHU, but approaching a TAMDHU kind of look.
Okay.
And then the box is an actual box. It's not a tube anymore.
Yeah, okay.
So for the first time since I've consumed whiskey, Glendronach is no longer using a tube.
So a rebranding of sorts. What do you think about the bottle? We have the old one there. You want to pull it out just to compare and see
So
how
here's the old
one,
tube.
The old one looks.
I always, and this is kind of how I felt when MACALLAN did this. I like this bottle.
Yeah.
I like this old school bottle. I don't think they had to change that. I think the only thing that needed to change is the way they approached price when Rachel Berry took over.
Right.
But I mean, 170 for this bottle. P-Boss convinced me to go to the LCBO today on our lunch, and he knew exactly what he was doing because he knew that there was 22 Glendronach 15-year-olds left at the store there, and it doesn't take much to twist my rubber arm. So
he pointed you in the right direction. You fell for the trap,
and I just hook, line, and sinker. I bought it.
Yeah.
So an LCBO purchase, $170, which I don't know if that's even bad anymore. Like I don't even think that is bad.
I mean, I don't know. For a 15-year-old Scotch, 170 Canadian. I mean, from the LCBO's perspective, it's not bad. It's probably right where they are on that kind of bottling. But
now, like comparably, right? Is that a proper word? That's a word, right?
Comparatively.
Comparatively. In comparison to the Glen something or other, that's an 18-year-old. I forget which one. One of the Glens. That's $170 at the LCBO. 74 or something like that. Forget which one it is. Glen. It's one of the lesser known Glens. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I think this might be better than whatever that one was anyway. So
it's still saying that it's matured in PX and Oloroso. So same maturation as the previous bottle, not the previous one, which was just all Oloroso.
Yeah. I mean, still great, like same nose.
46
I remember.
Says natural color on it. Nothing about chill filtration, I don't think.
Oh, that was the other issue. They removed the chill filtration from the box and bottle.
Okay, so it did say non-chill filtered on the old one?
It used to.
Like the old ones.
The old revival.
Right.
Yeah. Before Rachel Berry took over.
Yeah, the ones that were actually a higher age than the bottle indicated.
Yeah.
Those are good old days, man. I still got a couple of those.
I have 121 like that left.
Nice.
That's it.
So, we'll talk about this Glendronach 15. If you're curious about what the newest release is like, we'll tell you all about that. We do have our fantasy draft. So
let's go.
Do you want to take first pick?
Sure. So the way this obviously works is we haven't shared our lists. So we could pick something that's the same, I guess, technically.
Yep.
The likelihood is we won't, or I think you targeted.
We will see.
I didn't target anything from secondary lists or auctions. I know that was part of the rules, but I just didn't because I never buy from auctions, so I just don't.
And there's a couple on my list that are only available in auction, but they are readily available at auction. Like everything that I researched, there were bottles available as early as like last month. So
yeah, they
are available at auction to purchase.
Okay,
go ahead.
That's pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, my first pick is the under $100.
Under $100.
Under $100 is the MEIKLE TOIR.
Okay.
the turbo.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you can't get the turbo, get the sherry instead. But MEIKLE Tour Turbo had to be my number one.
Yeah, I like that. I'm actually going staying in Canada for my under 100.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to Brewers Classic.
Attaboy.
Right?
Attaboy. I'm proud of you for that.
You can get that bottle. It's approaching $100. I think you're looking like 90 to like 100 for that. But I think like it represents like the best of Canadian single malt right now. I
agree.
I have a couple batches of it, and like it's just so good.
Yeah, you can't miss.
The distillate shines through on those classics, and it's like
sure.
it's so phenomenal.
Yeah, the classics are untouchable. You're not gonna miss on a classic. The other ones are all good too, though. They're like the distillate usually shines through whatever the expression is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good pick. I like that pick.
Okay. Yeah, I like yours too. Go ahead.
Okay, number 2.
Under 200.
Under 200. I don't have to look at my phone for this one because if I have the option and it's available, I have plenty of stock. I think for the rest of my life of it is the Springbank 15.
Oh.
Springbank 15 is
Yeah.
probably, it has become my favorite Springbank because it's the easiest go-to. It was my whiskey of the year. Like, it was a shout out for being pretty much my whiskey of the year the next year.
Yeah.
So what was that, last year and the year before, or the year before that? I can't remember. But anyway, it's got to be Springbank 15 for me.
I feel like the most recent Springbank 15 releases, like the last couple of years, have always been phenomenal.
Yeah.
And like it seemed like maybe even the 18 has dipped a bit. Although I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, that the most recent Springbank 18 is 100% sherry.
Is it really?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's been a bunch. There's been a bunch, right?
I've heard that.
There was like a series of them from 2019 to like dipping into like 20. No, maybe not 2019. Maybe it was between 2019 and 2022 that there was like an onslaught of just 100% sherries.
Yeah.
I think they're all 100% sherry, but I think the portion of first fill changes.
Is that right?
I think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's the only one that they do that is
So,
consistently sherry.
Then maybe it would be 100% sherry. They're
Yeah,
all okay.
I guess so. Yeah.
My pick for under 200, actually, I'm going with an Irish whiskey, the Blue Spot, 7-year-old, cask strength. Actually, you can get this for like well under 200. It's probably like, well, I think the LCBO most recently had it for 140. I've actually, it's probably a review that's coming out for me pretty soon.
Nice.
Very consistent. Actually, I kind of argue that it is probably the best value Irish whiskey on the market right now.
I agree.
I don't think I would take it over the Redbreast 12 cask strength. I think
wouldn't?
I would.
Yeah, you would. I would too.
I would take the
too.
Blue Spot.
Yeah, me too.
Out of all the spot whiskeys, I feel like the Blue is the best for what you're paying.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And really good price. Combination of bourbon, sherry, and Madeira casks. And
That's a great
rumored that there could be actually like
Older
a cask
stuff.
or two of some really old stuff in there.
Yeah. The first batch had 21-year-old stuff.
And it does drink above its age.
Yeah.
By a lot.
Yeah, it does. It's actually very, very good.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going for my under 300. A tried, tested, and true winner of a shootout that we did. It's so for under $300, I know you can get other stuff for under $300 that are very good, but I had to go with this one because the price, unfortunately, now is over $200. It's the GLENALLACHIE 18.
Yeah. Nice.
GLENALLACHIE 18, just phenomenal stuff. It beat out some heavy hitters in a tournament we did on this rant.
That was a good tournament, and it beat out a lot of really, really good whiskeys.
Yeah, it beat out some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenal whiskey.
And surprised us, really.
It really did.
Yeah.
If we had to place bets on what was going to win that whole showdown, I don't even think the GLENALLACHIE 18 would have showed up in the top 3. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Because we had Springbank 18 in there.
There was a Springbank 18. There was just crazy stuff.
We had MACALLAN 18,
There
but it
was
was like
MACALLAN 18.
it wasn't the sherry. It
There
was
was
the
a
other one.
Longrow 18.
Yeah,
There was there's a bunch of really good stuff.
yeah,
Oh, LAPHROAIG 18.
yeah.
That was really good too.
Yep.
A Knock 18. There was some
Yeah,
really,
you're
really
right,
good
Knock
ones.
18. Yeah, yeah. That's
I think we're due for. We said we were going to do a 15-year-old one, didn't we?
Oh yeah,
We should do one.
yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
we
we
just got to get our hands on a Glen Scotia 15, I think, and then we can probably do it.
Speaking about 15, you want to say a couple things about this Glendronach so far?
Honestly, it's exactly what you would want to pour in a glass like this. Just
Yeah.
an easy pour and play game day kind of whiskey. Not gonna blow your mind, but also not gonna disappoint.
The flavors in it are good and basic, I'd say. It delivers like just a really like easy drinking experience. I think that's exactly what this is blended for.
I think Rachel Berry's trying to compete with the MACALLAN market, trying to say, hey, we're still 46%. We're presenting in a nicer bottle now. We wanna head for the MACALLAN kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe not in price, because in price it's still significantly cheaper than the MACALLAN 15, right?
Sure.
What's that costing?
I don't
now?
even know.
250,
Thousands.
300. Yeah, it's up there. So
Yeah, I mean, this has like those like, red fruits. It's got a little chocolate, a little fudge maybe in there. Very easy on the palate. So you picked the GLENALLACHIE 18. I'm actually going with an 18-year-old as well. For my under 300, it's a TAMDHU.
you know
18.
what? That was the only other one that I was thinking.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was just about to tell you that's what you were gonna pick. That's so weird that you. That's so funny. That's awesome.
I called it the MACALLAN Killer. Everyone talks about how it is somewhat relatable to like MACALLAN Sherry.
Yep.
For a higher ABV and a way better price. It's great. It's a really good sherry
Agreed.
whiskey with a big age statement on it. For under 300, definitely worth the price. For what you're getting in that bottle, it's what is it like 270 or something like that?
Yeah, it's about 270.
Yeah.
It's in like the higher range of that under 300.
Yeah.
But you have $300 to spend. That's a great bottle. To buy.
I agree.
That's a
Yeah, and
great
I would
bottle to
recommend that if someone wants to buy like a nice gift for someone, wants like a little centerpiece whiskey, something they go to on occasion. They want to spend upwards of $300. That's a great bottle to have.
Yeah. Okay, so under 400, and this is my only venture outside of Scotch.
Okay.
I'm going with the KAVALAN Virgin Oak.
Okay. Yes. Nice.
KAVALAN Virgin Oak. Honestly, I've had pretty much every single type of KAVALAN there is, and I've had many of them for years, and every single KAVALAN Virgin Oak has not disappointed. In some way, shape, or form, I've really liked it. You know what I mean? Whether it was the
completely
older ones, even the really young ones, they're all excellent, and you can buy them for around $320.
Yeah.
You can get okay. So I buy it in Alberta for about $320. Maybe a little bit less, but by the time I pay taxes and shipping, I'm in and around the mid range of $300.
Yeah.
Like, so $350, whatever.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah, I think those whiskeys, like, they offer so much unique drinking experience. Like, they're kind of this weird hybrid between bourbon and Scotch, and it's just a flavor bomb of stuff. I mean, even those like super ones, those early ones that we got that were like 14 years old. That,
Yeah.
the entire cask was down to like, what did they get, like 80 bottles out of the entire cask or
Yeah.
something like that. Like, they've aged it to dust almost.
Yeah.
And really, really good. So yeah, good pick.
Yeah.
For my under 400, you might be surprised by this one. This is an auction purchase.
Okay.
LAPHROAIG 18 green tin.
You could get that for under 400.
You can, yeah. It's like 200 something British pounds.
Wow.
They go at auction. There was one that just sold very, very recently. And yeah, I mean, like, probably one of the best LAPHROAIGs I've ever had. Even like drinking the LAPHROAIG 25 and like some of those LAPHROAIG like 32s and stuff, they're all good. But
I went through a couple of those bottles.
that LAPHROAIG is something just special about that. I feel like the peat with the age is just, it gets to this point at 18. Whenever they bottled those, they were
I mean,
phenomenal.
I'm giving you the win on that category because that bottle, man, I still have I had like 3 or 4 of them, and I traded off one, or I can't remember how it worked, but I still regret trading that bottle. It was such a good bottle. And I drank through a couple of them. Like that's very rare. Like there's only a few bottles I've ever opened multiple of.
Yeah.
And that's one of them.
I mean, I would buy that at auction for that price.
100%.
For like 200 and whatever British pounds it was. It comes out to under 400 Canadian.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it, man, because like
That's the thing.
Damn,
Like
that was good.
if we had Alberta style rules here, like how much more would
it'd
you be buying from
it'd
the
be
UK?
dangerous.
It would be. But you know what? It almost feels like it would level the playing field. It would kind of calm some of the people that are just like jumping all over whatever the LCBO puts out that's somewhat rare.
Yeah.
You know, like people would just calm down a little bit and just buy wherever.
Right.
Yeah, that's got to change.
I agree.
Under 500.
Yeah. You want me to pick my next one?
So, yeah, you can go if you want.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So under 500. So now we're getting into where I would purchase Gordon MacPhail, MACALLAN SPEYMALT. For under $500, you can get something that's, 18. What did I say? Around like 18 to 20 years.
Yep.
Cask strength.
Yep.
MACALLAN. Bottled by Gordon MacPhail.
Yep.
We've had some phenomenal ones, and for that price point, that's where you can enter the market for those. And I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you're gonna find most of these for under 5 are like they're kind of sneaking above that now. The newest ones, especially in Alberta, were like sneaking above 700 at some point. So I don't know if it depends on the age. I guess maybe if you can find like earlier editions that are younger, that's probably where you're at with that. Very, very good.
I'm pretty sure Craft Sellers just had a sale, and
maybe, yeah,
And
that
buddy
makes
from
sense.
work was
I
like,
think
"Yeah,
you're right.
I bought a SPEYMALT, and I think he paid like 4 something."
Yeah. I think like a couple of the lighter colored ones are probably well priced
Yep.
because people, you know the way they are.
Yep.
If they see a darker one, they want it. They buy it for whatever price it is.
Sure.
Lighter ones sit around for a little longer.
Yep.
I picked the Compass Box Celestial.
Oh, nice.
So we had the opportunity to try the Ultramarine and what was the other one? Let me double check. I can't remember the other one. We had, I think, 2 or 3 of the series, the series. Apparently the Celestial has like really old whiskey in it, like really, really old whiskey in it. So I would pick that because I haven't tried it yet. I think based on our experience, these Compass Box, like the special edition series of that we've already kind of did a small review on, the earlier ones, we saw firsthand how good they can be, and apparently this is the best of the 3 or 4 or whatever there's going to be.
Yeah, good pick. You'll see Compass Box come up on my list a little bit later on as well.
Yep. Under 600.
Under 600. Okay, so now this is where you're getting into the GLENFARCLAS family cask category. Under $600, you can find a family cask probably around 15 to 18 years old.
Yep.
Cask strength. Even if you want to get on like the refill sherry cask, you can even go higher in age for that price point. You can get up to like 23, 24 years old if you want refill stuff. GLENFARCLAS family casks, for the most part, we've had super amazing success with them, and they've been phenomenal pours. And I think that for that price point, I'm looking at GLENFARCLAS for that.
We've had some beast family casks, and it really doesn't matter the age. You can find some real gems in the younger family cask range. It's all about like keeping an eye on the trends and like making sure you're picking the ones that are already kind of reviewed. You know?
Yeah, I think Whiskey Base is your best friend for that because there's
100%.
so many family casks. So if you're looking for one and you see maybe a couple at a store, do a quick little search on Whiskey Base, see how the reviews are, and base your opinion on that if you haven't able to try it.
Pouring us some 12 cask strength because I think this is where I start to win
Ooh, Boona.
as a celebratory.
You're already claiming victory on this.
So under $600, if you have some friends at whiskey retail stores, you're able to still get the Springbank 21 under $600, especially the newer ones. Like obviously, once it sits a little bit or sells out, the price starts to skyrocket. And there's some editions that are already worth well over $1,000. There's some editions that are just under $1,000, so on and so forth. Some of our favorite ones are already really expensive. But if you go out there, you know your liquor store realtor, you can probably get.
So wait, sorry. You're claiming that you get special pricing, and therefore you can buy a Springbank 21 at this category.
If you look at,
Come on.
if you look at the BSW website right now,
Bull roar.
the Springbank 2023 is, I'll show you just for argument's sake, just because you obviously need to be shown.
Well, you said you prefixed it with like, if you have good connections, you can get deals on Springbank.
Now they sell out fast.
Okay, yeah.
They sell out fast.
$525.
$525, which even the Hazelburn last year was about that price. They're all around that price.
Yeah.
It's about being able to get it, being on that preferred list,
Nabbing it.
right?
Yeah. Fair.
So they are available at that price. Unfortunately, it's become really, really hard to get, especially after they kind of exploded, in like 2019, 2020, with those two like back-to-back banger casks banger expressions that they put out. So yeah, I think you could get it. Now, like I said, there are auction bottles that I'm sure are going to come up on your list very soon.
Next, yes.
That are more expensive because whatever. But yes, you can get it for under $600.
Okay, so next category, under $700, you actually can get a Springbank 21, and not just one of the newer releases that obviously is good, but one of our favorite releases we've ever tried, the 2019 Springbank 21.
That's to date, that's still my favorite one.
55% rum, 45% port cask matured in that one. Very unique Springbank 21 for sure.
Yeah.
At auction, available as early as last month. You can get it for under 700 Canadian dollars. It was like 400 something British pounds. Available at auction.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got it. We got a duplicate Springbank 21.
So prices have dived a little bit on like stuff like that.
Auction bottles on Springbank have gone down. They went
down.
insane. Like, what was it, 2 years ago?
About a year and a half, 2 years ago, they were way more than that.
People were artificially inflating the market on Springbank.
It wasn't even artificial. That I know for a fact that bottle sold for over $1,000 at its peak. You know what I mean? But yeah, things change. Times have changed and prices have changed with it. The second glass that you have there is the Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength 60.1%. PBOS 2023 edition. Our friend PBOS was gracious enough to bring it over tonight.
Great whiskey.
Yeah, Silent Bob comes in the clutch.
Bringing the goods.
Bringing the goods for the celebratory win over here.
I think the viewers are going to be like, why would I pick Rob's 2024 Springbank 21 when I can get a 2019, which I know is phenomenal and it's got 45% port cask.
Okay, so newer. So now we're under 700, right?
You're doing your $700, yeah.
Yeah. So newer. GLENALLACHIE 2021 cask strengths are going for just under 700. They started in around like 5 something. Slowly the price creeps up a little bit. You can get a 21 for under 700 Canadian. Again, you have to be quick on the draw because they sell out quick.
Nice.
But GLENALLACHIE 21 cask strength is my pick for under, what was it, 700? Under 700.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried one.
You have. I had one.
Really?
We've tried it. I think we reviewed it. Huh. Maybe not. Did we review it? I know we tried it.
I can't remember.
Pretty sure.
To look back in the archives. But yeah.
I had two.
You did?
But I opened one.
Huh. Well, it must have been a night where we were drinking quite a few things. Which is every night.
That's happened.
For me, okay, under 800 now. For me, yeah?
No, 700.
I did mine already.
Oh, you did that one first.
Yeah, we reversed the order. And
we reversed the order.
I started going first.
Okay, so now you're going first. Okay, so yeah. My bad.
Under 800. I'm going with the Compass Box here. Tobias and the Angel. One of the best Compass Box expressions I've ever tried. Mm-hmm. Absolutely phenomenal. It's Kleinleash and Colila.
I think 50-50 or almost 50-50.
Almost 50-50, but like tons of age. We're talking like what, 23, 24, 25-year-old casks in there. Just a phenomenal pour.
Yeah.
Elegant, refined, delicious. Two of my favorite distilleries that are presented in this, like the independent bottling market.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's a great pick. I love that bottle.
Yeah.
What is it, 24 and 34-year-old?
Is that what it
Like
is?
that? I think
Yeah,
it's like almost like a 50-50 split.
amazing.
This Bunnahabhain 12 is very good, by
Very,
the way.
very nice. Yep.
My under $800 is actually available right now on sale. It's 46% off at BSW. It's a Gordon. That's a huge sale. So obviously this might be sold out by the time that this airs. Maybe not though. It probably won't be sold out, but once people watch this video,
Yeah, I know
it'll be
you
sold
sent
out.
me the link as to like I should buy this.
Yeah. So it's a Gordon MacPhail Linkwood 1991 30-year-old 56.7%. It is $750.
Yeah.
What are you getting cask strength at 30 years old for
Yeah.
less than $1,000 nowadays? The regular price on this for is $1,400.
Yeah.
It's $1,400 regular price,
Right.
brought down to $750.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for me that was a no-brainer at $800.
Yeah.
Under $800, like
That's when we should get 4 guys in and just put $200 each. And
You might
just-
as well,
and just
like-
get it.
I'm sure at the very minimum it's great you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know. What does Gordon MacPhail do that's not good?
Linkwood at that kind of age is always good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, if I recall correctly, it's like a nice color too.
Yeah.
So that's my pick.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like that. Good call. Under 900. I'm going back to the auction world here to get a bottle that has just like this epic presence about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Bruichladdich Black Art 4.1.
4.1.
Coming in at 23 years old. It's a 1990 vintage. Absolutely incredible pour. Probably one of the best Bruichladdich I've ever tasted in my entire life.
Honestly, it's excellent. It definitely is excellent. I wonder like what it would taste like compared to the 8.1.
Yeah.
Because like for me, it ranks like 4.1, 8.1. I'm not sure which one's better, and then the
4.1 is better.
10.1 is
4.
right after that.
4.1 is a notch above every other one that I've tried.
I know, but I'm saying like you think about like when we tried that 4.1, we were different guys like back then. You know what I mean? That's like think about how long ago. Like they're at 11.1.
That's true. That was in I mean it was released in what 2000 and
I don't even know. Like,
2013.
I think before I started whiskey in the six.
I think it came out in 2013, 2014, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a 1990 23-year-old, so
Yeah.
around there.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's an excellent bottle, but I wonder. I was thinking about putting a black art, but because I've already tried a bunch of them, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna skip that for now. There's a bottle that continues to elude me, and it's like price is kind of the reason why I haven't picked it up, and it's pretty much readily available every year. It's the LAPHROAIG 25 cask strength, and it's every year cask strength. I cannot imagine that bottle being bad. For under $900, it's a lot of money. Any 25-year-old for under $900 is a lot of money, but I really cannot imagine a LAPHROAIG being bad at 25 cask strength.
I've tried LAPHROAIG 25 cask strength. It was probably one that was bottled in, I don't know, 2012.
Okay.
An older one. Underwhelmed.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, still good. It kind of depends what you're looking for. I was looking for peat, and there wasn't that much, really. I'm sure releases vary.
That makes sense, though. At that age, you're going to lose a significant amount of peat.
Yeah. If we had a higher price point, I would say Lagavulin 25.
Yeah, that's like under 2,500 though. Like,
I know it's crazy priced, and I've never tried a Lagavulin 20 or the 25.
yeah, if money wasn't an issue for me, I would definitely buy a Lagavulin 25.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because it's got to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we tried a sample of it. I think Jasper poured us a pour of it.
Was it Jasper? Yeah.
I think he opened the bottle and poured us some each.
Yeah.
That's another example of those nights that get away from us and we
Right.
forget.
We just eat. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
All right, we're down to the last pick.
Last pick.
Under $1,000. So I went back to the auction world and I was like, oh, this bottle is actually not that expensive in the auction world. It's like it's less money at auction than it is retail at other places.
Yeah.
And it's one
I wonder if
that
we have the same one here.
it's one that we both tried. We thought that like this one age statement was like amazing, and then we go up 5 years to another age statement, and we're like, what the hell are we even talking about?
Oh, okay. I know.
So this bottle is the Highland Park 30-year-old. The one coming in at 45.7% ABV. The older one that both of us had.
Can you find that under $1,000?
You
now?
can.
Come on.
At auction, most recently, as of last month, here it is on the screen. You can get it for, I don't even know what the conversion rate is. It's like, what, 500 and something British pounds?
Come on.
Yeah, man.
That's actually a fantastic price.
Less than retail at certain places.
Yeah, like, okay, so P-Boss and I grabbed a couple back in the day, and we got them for a fantastic deal. But for that to be still available at that price is absolutely absurd.
Right?
Yeah, that's
'Cause
crazy.
we were buying them retail for like 800 Canadian. But
Yeah.
for only 150 more, you can get these at auction. Obviously, the auction world is at a good spot right now for this bottle.
Yeah.
Because what a pour. I mean, Highland Park 30, especially that release. And I think you talk to people who even drink older Highland Parks, and they're like, you guys don't even know what you're talking about because even the older ones were crazier.
Oh, way better. I know.
But for us, for trying that one, I remember trying the 25 and thinking, man, this is like one of the best whiskeys ever. And then going up to the 30 and being absolutely blown away of how much better it was.
It was significantly better.
I still have a
I
quarter
would,
bottle.
if someone offered me that bottle at under $1,000, I would buy it right now.
Oh, there you go.
Under $1,000. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I still have a quarter bottle of it. I visit it once a year, but man, what a good pour.
Great pour.
Yep.
We all almost crushed a bottle of that. So we crushed my bottle of that a little quicker, I think.
You get the heavy hand when we're over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so under $1,000. We've had this one before. Some years are absolutely phenomenal. Other years have been just okay. But if money's not an object, I'm spending $1,000. I'm going back to my favorite distillery. I'm going Springbank 25.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, what was it? 2019, 2020, 2021. Those years, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
You had a 2019, did you?
I did.
Yes. It was so good.
It was so good. There was a bunch. Jasper let us try, I think, like a 2022.
Mm-hmm.
We've tried a few. We've tried a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think our argument back in the day was for the price difference between the 21 and the 25, it wasn't really worth it. But back then we were buying the 25 for like under $700.
21.
The 25.
And the
25, I think.
21 we were
like,
getting for 4 or something.
Yeah, in the 4s.
Yeah.
And then the 25 was like 6 something,
Right. Yep.
right?
Yeah, you're right.
So those days are long gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are cool lists. I
Okay,
like
well,
that.
those are the teams. Let's just recap quickly what we all picked.
Okay.
So for my team, I have the Highland Park 30-year-old, the Bruichladdich Blackheart 4.1, Compass Box Tobias and the Angel, Springbank 21 from 2019, the 45 port, 55% rum, Glenfarclas Family Cask, Gordon MacPhail SPEYMALT MACALLAN, the LAPHROAIG 18 Green Tin, TAMDHU 18, Blue Spot 7-year-old Cask Strength, and 2 Brewers Classic.
That's a good list. That's a good list. I'm going to go, well, my list was starting from 1,000 down. Springbank 25, LAPHROAIG 25, Then it was the Gordon MacPhail LINKWOOD 30-year-old cask strength. Then it was the GLENALLACHIE 21, the SPRINGBANK 21, the Compass Box Celestial, KAVALAN Virgin Oak,
Right.
GLENALLACHIE 18, SPRINGBANK 15, and MEIKLE TOIR Turbo.
Check the description down below if you want to see a list of both of our picks. Comment down below in the comment section. Are you Team Rob
Yeah.
or Team Jeremy? Which selections would you rather have? And we'll tally it up at the end. And
That was good. That was a,
yeah.
This is gonna be way closer than most years, I think.
There's no wrong answer. I don't think. It
Yeah,
just kinda
I would
depends
be
on
totally
what
happy with
people
your
are
list
feeling.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to comment more on the Glendronach? I think for me, if you're looking for this style of whiskey, I think that you can go to other spots and get something that's similar and probably a little bit less than 170 Canadian,
Less,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the GLENALLACHIE 15 all day over that. It's just better. And it's cheaper. I would say the GLENALLACHIE 12 is still better than that too, right?
Yeah, I'd probably take Glenalachie 12, yeah.
And the 10.
Yeah, I would take
This
Ben
Bunnahabhain
Romick.
12 is much better as well,
This Boona 12 cast strength is very nice.
right? Very, very good.
Do you want to give a score on the Glendronach?
I mean, maybe it needs to open up a little bit, but this is a fresh crack as well. We should keep that in mind. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on this one. You can score
Yeah,
it if you
that's
want.
fair. I think first impressions for me, it's probably coming in like around like an 83, 84. I think that's probably like where it would be.
Yeah.
Really nice whiskey, really good sipper. It's something that you want to just pour into a tumbler like this, sit back and relax. It's perfect for that. I think for the price point, if it came in, I think if it came in at like 120,
I think that's
$50
that would be
less,
much
I
more
would
reasonable.
I'd be all over it. I would buy that for 120.
Yeah.
Just to have around. It's a nice, like it's a great whiskey to have for guests to come over and be like, here's something that's like super good, easy drinking. You can pour it and not care if it gets too beat up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Closer to 200, you're starting to question if you will buy it again.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Boona 12 cast strength. I mean, my goodness, this is
So good.
it's a very nice whiskey.
That is very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a couple Boona 12s, just samples though. Never actually had
Just
a bottle.
samples. This
never
is the
actually,
first bottle presented in front of us.
Never actually had a bottle before.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't really go wrong with Buna.
Check the link, the description down below for a link if you're looking for these whiskey glasses. You can use our link and check out the website for Lytton whiskey glass. Really cool glass.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. Sounds good.
Thanks so much for
Rob.
watching, guys. Much appreciated.
Vote for Pedro.
Have a good one. Cheers.
Cheers.